Well, hey fellas, it's Thorzax here, and you're gonna have to excuse the lighting. Uh, we have a power outage right now. We're experiencing some pretty high winds out there. So, anyway, part of living in the Northwest. I've got a little bit of a product review that I want to go through. This is something that I've ordered about, I don't know, a couple months ago. I bought it online, and I seen them offered on eBay, and they're relatively cheap. They're about 35 bucks. And what it is, it's a little reloader, okay? And it's a reloader for shotgun shells. And what I want to do is I want to go ahead and demonstrate to you, what we got here. It comes, pretty much self-contained. On one side you have the little crimper and pusher assembly, and on the other side you have your priming, so you can go ahead and prime with it. There's a little groove there, that the little wheel, it's got a little groove that rides in there and everything. Now this is manufactured in Russia. So anyway, so let's move on. So, tell you what, guys, I'm going to be right back. I got to go and get a couple of holes, and I'll be right back. So hang tough. Okay, fellas, we're back. Little intermission there. What we're going to do right now is I'm going to show you how to deprime with it, which is real simple. It comes with little inserts that you need for depriming and whatnot. This is the depriming one, just a little post, and we'll set that on there. By the way, this little support just attaches with a screw on the bottom, and it only goes in one way. It has a flat on one side, and you just fit it in there, and then that's it. So, anyway, got an old gun club hole here. Gonna set it on there, just like that. Set it over the top, and boom. There you go. Primer came out. There's the old primer right there, which is garbage. Put that away. Alright. And what we're going to do is we're going to reprime. So, you want to get set up to repriming. Take your 209 shotshell primer. Take that little doodad out. You want to put this one in. This one has a hollow cavity in it. Take your hole, start your primer, just like that. See, nice and tight. Put it down over the post, and then you switch ends. As you can see, you switch ends to this end right here. And then all you got to do, which it does, it has a little steel insert up there, is you want to prime it. Just like that. So now you're all primed and ready to go. Now, one thing about my gun hole, my guns holes that I've been using is that they have 8-point crimps. Now, one thing about this tool is that this tool puts a 6-point crimp on there, which is real popular over in Eastern Europe. They like that 6-point crimp. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this post off, just like that, and I've got a brand new Cheddite hole. Okay, these are the cheapies you get from BPI, the ones that are, they're ribbed. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, get everything moving along here. we're going to measure out 18 grains of red dot. Okay, we got 18 grains of red dot there. Shake it around a little bit, put it back on there. 18.0. And another nice little thing that comes with is it has a nice little funnel that comes with it. You set it on top like that, dump your powder in. Makes everything all nice and neat. Now what we want to do is we want to set the wad. It also comes with this. This is your wad setting tool. And you just basically just stick it on there like that. Stick your wad in there, but so far, okay. You stick this on top, and then you ram that down, just like that. You want to remember, you want to seat that. You know, you're not trying to push it down through the table. You just only want to put about maybe 30 pounds of pressure on there. So we got our wad in there, got our powder in there. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to measure out a 1 ounce load, a 1 1/8, excuse me. So what we want to do is we want 492 grains, 492.2. All right, let me double check that. Make sure that I'm on the money. Yep, 492.2. That's 1 1/8 ounce of shot. Matter of fact, I think I could, I don't know if this is going to weigh like 2 grains or not. Get this baby right on the money. 493. We'll take one out. You know, these are approximate, so I'm just being OCD, I guess. 492. We're close enough. All right, so got our wad down in there. What we're going to want to do is we're going to pour our shot in. All right. See our shot down inside there? Okay, now here's the next step that we need to do. And this is kind of tricky because this tool is kind of persnickety, if that's a word. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to use our crimp starter. Now the crimp starter is a series, I don't know if you can see down inside there, of wires. Okay, and these wires are interwoven over the tops of these little keepers. And what it does is it forms a star down inside there. Okay? You know, they all crisscross each other for a star. And what we're going to want to do is you set that on the top, just like that. And you set it underneath your little press, okay? And what you're going to want to do is you want to start that crimp down. Now, this can be kind of critical, so you want to just kind of take your time doing this. You don't want to just ram it down all of a sudden. Now you see that? You see how that crimp got started there? want to gently start to close that. Remember, we're not trying to drive it down through the workbench, so. Maybe a little bit more. Okay. That's about as good as I think we're going to be able to get. I can try it once more just to kind of see if I can get a little bit more on there. There we go. Alright. So there we go. Got our 6-point crimp. Now this right here, you gotta get a feel for this. Now, as you can see, this is your final step. What this does is it folds the crimp down and finalizes the crimp, and it has a step down area right there that pushes down and makes that all happen. However, getting crimps on this and getting crimps on your mech unit, totally different thing. And I'll show you what's going on here. You have to kind of judge things by feel with this. And it might take you a couple of times to get it right. There you go. Well, that one there is kind of dished in a little bit. It'll still shoot. That's no big deal. But you know, this is what they've got to work with for a $30 tool. I can take this and put it through my mech unit, and it'll just turn out perfect. You know, it'll turn out perfect. But the things that you have to watch out for is this area right here, because what you get is you get bulging right there, and then it's hard to, you know, fit the shell down in the gun. So you kind of gotta get a feel for that whole thing. Also, another thing too, if you already have shells that have a 6-point crimp, this goes by much easier, and you have more professional looking crimps. You know, this is a brand new shell. That's the reason why it looks funky like that. But it'll still shoot. And, you know, as you can see, no shot, you know, we're good. You know, you can carry that around in your pocket, no big deal. But anyway, so there you go. Now, for the apartment dweller, for the guy that only wants to go ahead and load, say like 100 rounds, and he already has some shells, you know, that are, you know, 6-point crimp, but they're fired, I think this will work just fine for a person like that. You know, just get yourself a little, you know, Wowee scale. Should be good to go. Get yourself a powder dipper set, you know, from Lee, $7, and then you're set up. You know, you're reloading your own ammunition. I've been using my own shot here. You know, about as cheap you can get. These right here, these are clay busters. These are the copy of the Winchester number 12s, you know, a number 1118. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's about all I got. So that's my product review. Is it perfect? No. Will it work? Yeah. Will it keep a guy, you know, in shotgun shells? Yeah. But you got to go ahead and you got to make sure that you get the ones that have the 6-point crimp, because that's what this is designed for, is a 6-point crimp. That's about all I got. So until next time, guys, this is Thorzax signing out. Hopefully the power comes back on here pretty soon. That's about all I got. So until next time, guys, catch you later.